Sri Lanka, being a traditional country with many forms of traditional methods to wedding, something that we always remember. To start off, I would like to invite our joint chief guest, Professor Dr. Dietmar Doring, who has come all the way from...
Okay, now let me start. I don't want to make it long because Dr. Dexter said no time and these people are charging you tremendous amounts. I want to say once and again, Dr. Dexter, Dr. Tarindo, and fabulous, emerging star, Dr. Amy, and also now you forgot to tell that she's a famous TikTok star. No, and also Dr. Tarindo. No, they are really influencers. So I see I don't know what you are building up with them now. So let me come to a serious topic, a very serious topic, and you see it here. It is the topic is the global debt trap. So I must explain that. Global is clear, no? With global, we understand all the countries in the world, including Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka also has a debt. You know what is a debt? But I will explain that. Nice gentleman, Mr. Fernando, is here. I'm the bank. I give Mr. Fernando 100,000 rupees. I'm the creditor. And Mr. Fernando is a debtor. So you have to pay me the money back one day. The bank's working on that system. Now, when you make a fixed deposit, say 1 million fixed deposit, then you are thinking the 1 million is in the bank safe somewhere in the bank. It's not. From the 1 million, 900,000 the bank is taking and giving it to Mr. Pereira and to another person. So only from 1 million, 100,000 is in the bank. That is the way how banks are working. And it is even becoming more interesting when you go on the global stage. And I have a little bit done research on that. Now, Sri Lanka at the moment has a 100 billion outstanding debt to the IMF, no? International Monetary Fund. You hear that from time to time. No? Sri Lanka is performing better now, but you have a 100 billion. Now, you see the figure there. That is 100,000 millions in dollar. It's a huge amount of money. And the one who knows a little bit about economics, he will understand Sri Lanka will never be able to pay this amount of money back. Never. And now it comes to the USA. Now, American University in America. America is known as the world power number one. No? The most powerful country in the world is America, USA, United States of America. Now you see what is the debt what America has. 35 trillion, you see the zeros there. That is 35,000 billions. America, the country, the government, has 35 trillion US dollars debt. Now it comes to the point now. My real topic is, who is the creditor for that? Now, if I give Mr. Fernando, I'm the bank, I give him 100,000, then I'm the creditor. He must pay me back. But where's the creditor? Where's the creditor for 35 trillion dollars? Who's that? Where's the creditors? Who is giving so much money? And now it comes, Japan is even over that. Europe, Germany, my country, every country in the world, global, they have debts. But when there is a debt, on the other side, there has to be a creditor. Who's the creditor? Come to that next. Can you take the next? Yeah, now, this is a nice picture. Don't set a new debt trap. We already have debt from the debt trap. But it goes further. The next one. There's a family, very famous family. They are in the banking business for the last couple of 100 years. That is a family, Rothschild. They are originated from Germany, from my country. And they have been doing business with banking business for the last 200-300 years. And there's one of the founders, he said, I care not what puppet is placed upon the throne of England to rule the empire on which the sun never rises. The man who controls the money supply controls the British Empire, and I control the British money supply. Nathan Rothschild. These people, they have formed banks, and these people, they give loans to governments. And we come to the next picture, please. Wonderful. Henry Ford, everyone knows, né? They have nice, wonderful Jeeps. Henry Ford once said, in other words, if the people really understand how money is generated, tomorrow we have a revolution all over. All the countries, they will have another Argelia, no? You can remember, we had Argelia, no? And the election results last time is a result of the Argelia. And you analyze that. Now Sri Lanka is more clever on that. Much more clever. So he said there will be a revolution. People don't understand how money is made. I will tell you that secret. Come to the next. And now, when I finish my speech, you go home and think over that. This US money printing machine is called the US Federal Reserve Bank. It's a central bank. No, it's not a central bank. It's a privately owned bank owned by a bank consortium. Consortium means a group of banks. They are owning the US Fed. And the owners are the Rothschild family, Goldman Sachs, Rockefeller, Kuhn and Loeb, Warburg family, Lazar family. And in this building, they have given the 35 trillion US dollars loans to America. And America will never be able to pay it back. On top of that, they are charging 4.4% interest, not poly, ne? You know that poly thing. I mean, a lot of people have problems with the poly in Sri Lanka, I know. They have to pay 4.4% poly every month on this amount. Impossible. They can't. And the next. So now there's a nice gentleman there here, ne? This one. That is the boss of this printing machine here, of this US Federal Reserve Bank. He's the chairman. His name is Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell. Nice man. He gave an interview to an American TV network. The reporter asked, Mr. Powell, can you explain me how is the Federal Reserve Bank making money? How do they do that? Do they collect deposits from depositors? How do they make money? And then he did the banana talk. Oh, this way, that way, that way, this way, no answer. No? Again, the reporter asked, now Mr. Powell, now tell me, how do you make the money? Then Mr. Powell said, we are generating money electronically. That's a fantastic thing. I also like to do that. We are generating money electronically. That is the meaning of what? Next. Electronically means they have a laptop in the central bank. Now I come back to the same Mr. Fernando story. He's here seated there. Now I have that laptop. Mr. Fernando, you want how much? 5 billion? Yes. Mr. Fernando wants from me 5 billion. I have the laptop. Give me your account number. Tack. I put the send button. And then you have the 5 billion in your account. From where I got the money? No. I generated the money out of thin air. And that is the way how money is generated. Now you can understand. You ask any. It is not a subject in the schools. It has to be a subject in the schools right from the beginning, on the O level at least, to understand how money is generated, because that is the cause of all the problems. These people, they control money. And the people who control money, they control the world. So, if there's a central bank under the government, that's a different story. I close my speech. John F. Kennedy, He did the first thing when he became president. He said, no more. US Federal Reserve Bank, no. We, the US government, I as a president, we take the US Federal under our pocket. He did it. 6 months later, he was dead, assassinated. What a surprise. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when you go home, have a little thoughts. I thank you and I wish all the awardees and all the recipients here a wonderful evening. Keep your certificates. I know out of my own experience, you can use them in other countries if you apply for a job or for an assignment. The certificates, what you are getting here, have a grand value. Thank you.